Hi. So let's continue our previous discussion about DNS firewall in the open source firewall LoongFire project. So, and in the eBPF community, uh, so we talked about previously about the high memory consumption uh, for eBPF because it uses the unbound, and when you update DNS block list record, and the unbound needed to be reloaded, and the unbound reload could potentially leak system memory, and the result is like one of the user reported it got a high memory usage in our previous video, like this showing here, and yeah. So the XDP is mitigation to resolve the unbound reload memory leak problem for eBPF, and that's my solution in LoongFire project. Then one of the user asked if there is a exceptionist in the XDP implementation. That's a very good question, and so this user asked process a defined set of official DBLs, and using this, we may need to define exceptions. So a generalist cannot realize all use cases. So how do you realize the exceptionist? Okay, in the XDP, and so my answer is yeah, that's actually not difficult to do. So for example, if we go to our DNS Firewall web UI, and here the eBPF has custom block and allow list. So here you can define if the domain you wanted to block is not in the general block list, you can define here. Or if the domain is in the block list, in the general block list, but you wanted the domain to be allowed, then you can add the domain here as an exception. So for XDP, we can do that too. So you can see here I have XDP acceleration enabled, and here I don't have any domain allowed in the exception list, and we can do a demo here. So for example, in the general block list, I enabled the dating category. So this domain right now is in the dating block list. We can verify that by run this XDP DNS user space program to grab this domain, and it is in the dating block list. So now if we want to allow a let's domain to be resolved by DNS, and we needed to make exceptions. Say some of you user wanted to access letsbound.com and then we needed to add it to the exception list. So let's do that. Let's first do a query to make sure the let's bound is blocked first. So from the client, we do run the dig command and query this letsbound.com through the firewall gateway IP address. You can see here it's timed out, so it is blocked as expected, right? So we have dating here labeled, and the letsbound.com is in the dating list. So now we want to add exception. We want allow letsbound.com to be accessible. Let's click save. So now we should be able to resolve letsbound.com, right? Let's do the test. See, we immediately get answer for letsbound.com. Right? Let's do another. Let's add another domain, another exception domain, eBPF DNS. So under this is on the LoongFire firewall. So we have all the category text format file for for DNS domain block list, and in the dating, let's look at the dating. We have letsbound.com, right? And so there is a let's do another website. Lactate. Okay, let's do this. Lactate.no. 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 Let me make sure it's lactate.no. Okay. Should be timeout because it's in the dating block list. Okay, so the server can't be reached. Now let's do the exception list. Add it to the, let's save. Okay, it's in the list. Also, we can run this DNS user space program. We can query what's exception is in the domain. We would run this guy. DNS FW. That's the, then followed by the exception list, the exception eBPF map list, custom list. So if I run this command from the command line from the terminal, we can see here we added the two exceptions, right? Lactate.no allowed, letsbound allowed. Okay, So now let's, from the client side, let's do the resolution again. And or let's ping. So we can resolve the IP address like date.no, but the time is timeout because of maybe some network problem with this IP address. And I think let's bound might have the same issue because they are dating side. Yeah, this is fine. Let's bound. The IP address is responding, resolved to this IP address. That's bound.com. Okay, let's ping. So yeah, we can access let's bound.com. And yeah, so let's remove the exceptionist. Let's remove them. Click save. So now they are back to the they're not in the exceptionist. And then let's do dig query again. We should have timeout. Right, so timeout. Let's run ping. So it looks like the ping, the system, this is client side, the system actually cached the result, so we can still ping. But if we do the fresh DNS query, it's timeout. So that's the DNS caching in the client. So yeah, but anyway, in our it is working as expected, and for the exceptionist, yeah, actually. Another thing I wanted to mention is that since you can see here, I'm using the gateway, the firewall IP address as the DNS resolver, and so some user might say, what if I use external DNS resolver? Wouldn't that bypass your DNS firewall? The answer is no, because it is the XDP DNS filter working in the the network driver level. So even if you use the external DNS resolver, the packet, if your client, the gateway IP is the firewall, the packet still goes through the firewall, so it will still see your DNS query record. So we can verify that by using external DNS resolver, a public domain resolver like 8.8.8.8, and we still get a timeout error, because the packet has to go through the gateway, because the XDP still see the packet, right? So that's another benefit to use XDP for the DNS firewall filter. And yeah, that's what I want to say today, and thank you for watching.